Bill Cosby once said, "I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everybody." Throughout my adolescent career, I've been told that there's nothing cooler than being yourself. But it's always forgotten to mention it's only cool to be yourself if being yourself is being like everybody else. Teenagers are put in a small box of conformity and judgmental glares for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, so whoever you might be that is unique to you might get lost in the other labels you receive on the daily. Now that I'm nearing my final year in my high school sentence, I like to think that I learned a little something more than how to solve a trigonomic function. Little life lessons that definitely deserve 100 points of extra credit. 1. If you want others to like you, you first gotta like yourself. 2. There are endless Friday nights, but only one upcoming physics test, so learn to prioritize. And finally, if you're not happy, realize you have the power every single day to change that. I've grown to accept my flaws and embrace my unique qualities, but I am no exception to the 14-year-old girl standing scared with a blank stare at the gates to my first day of high school. What every awkward teen should know is that if you're uncomfortable, you're going to unknowingly be putting up a shield of insecurity that makes you unapproachable. A study taken at Denver University expands on the theory of mirror neurons that exist in the perception portion of our brains. The theory of mirror neurons prove that however you're presenting yourself, shy, scared, or insecure, it'll be directly reproduced with an individual you come in contact with. It is a fact that we become our surroundings, so while you're keeping to yourself, hoping someone takes pity on you to become your friend, you've already created a barrier between yourself and others. I wish more than anything I could have been graced with this knowledge my freshman year. If I could have known to look up from my feet when I'm walking down the hallway and shed a genuine smile every once in a while, it could have changed everything. And I could have avoided a lot of lunches in the school bathroom. I'd about 19 points of extra credit to this tip because although it is obvious, from personal experience I know it makes all the difference in the world. As I mentioned earlier, there are endless weekends to be had in our lives. Countless Friday nights or groggy Sunday mornings, but what needs to be taken into account is a healthy balance of a work hard, play hard ratio. No teacher will ever accept an excuse that along the lines of, "Well, I was going to do the homework, but then Susie told me that Larry was having a party and I just couldn't miss it." What you need to realize, and what I need to realize my junior year, was that all decisions based loosely on unpractical benefits had a consequence that impacted your life so much more than a night of 6 hours or less. This only started to hit me when this year my grades were starting to drop dramatically. As the schoolwork was getting harder, I was becoming less focused and creating a seriously negative cycle in my academic endeavors. History tests I could have aced if I had just said no to a Saturday night ended with a 72% in the gradebook. We've been tricked into the idea that you only become cool if you go out and stay out every single night. But a life lesson I wish I could have known at the beginning of my first semester is that Friday nights are cool, but a high GPA is even cooler, and it'll make you feel a whole lot better than any other girls' night out. I'm not suggesting that high schoolers we don't deserve to go out and play every once in a while, but learning to balance your nightlife and school career is a skill definitely worthy of 29 points of extra credit. Finally, somewhere between the ages of 13 and 18, you need to realize that you have all the possibility to change your life for the better if you just accept that power and strength you hold within. We've been taught so long that if you believe in yourself and think highly of yourself, that it makes you full of yourself and arrogant, and that rather than expose yourself as the excellent human being you are supposed to hide that light and present yourself as modest as possible. Learn to reject this idea. Be as expressive as you see fit. Believe you are as beautiful as your mom promises you are. And step into the highest point of happiness simply because you can and you have the possibility to do so. Life has a way of becoming how you exist. And if you exist mediocrely, your life will shy away from excellence. High school can be dead and dreary, so I implore high schoolers around the world to use this time to harness your highest energy and highest self and just expel it to every corner of your world. Every day is just another opportunity to be the best day ever, and this mindset alone is definitely, without a doubt, worth 52 points of extra credit. This assignment to convince you, Ms. Hetzel, to give me 100 points of extra credit left a lot of room for interpretation. I believe the life lessons I learned in my high school career definitely deserve praise and 100 points of extra credit. I wish I could have turned 13 knowing what I know now to avoid all the silly mistakes I've made, but I know that I could not be who or where I am now if I hadn't figured out these life lessons on my own. Be you, be true, and be happy, and I know this leaves no doubt that I, Dakota Sunshine Sky Freddie Rouse, deserve 100 points of extra credit.